Hello, Africa, and from wherever you are watching us from. Thanks for joining us on the Football Planet here on Africanews, your Pan-African channel. Quick headlines on what we have lined up for you. How the Congolese League has wrapped up, and the AC Leopards have been crowned the champions. And this is after a brace of trophies, the Congo Cup and now the Congo Premier League. We'll be giving you more details on that shortly. Again, the West African Football Union Wafu Cup has been underway in Ghana. 16 teams from the West African region have been participating in the tournament, which has been put together by broadcaster Fox Sports and the West African National Football Association Union. We'll be touching base with a Ghanaian journalist, Felix Romack, who's in Cape Coast following that up. And then on Matters Chan 2018, CAF's delegation wrapped up its latest inspection on the stadiums in Kenya. And now the country's fate on whether it will host the event come January 2018 lies on a report that will be tabled before CAF's executive committee on 23rd of September. Details on that later in the show. Cameroon's top division football, the Elite One, has only fewer than 2 matches to go. But already they've got surprise champions in Eding Sport, a club that was founded only 4 years ago in 2012. We are now joined by a sports journalist in Cameroon, Atta Wanji. Hello, Atta. Thanks for joining us today. Now, you have definitely been following up most of the action in the Cameroonian League this season. What do you make of Eding Sport's unusual running to the title?
Au début du championnat, dès les premières journées, il était difficile de parier.
When the championship started, after a few days of play, it was difficult to bet on Eding Sport compared to other experienced clubs like Untitled Sport of Garoua and Union of Douala. But Eding's ability to win the league title became evident with time. It is made up of about 40 experienced players. We also have the work of the coaches, as well as the motivation of the club president. For instance, first division players in Cameroon earn between 100,000 and 200,000 francs CFA as salary per month, but at Eding Sport, bonuses vary depending on the stakes of the opponent and the stakes of the match.
And Atta, what's your comment on local football support in Cameroon, both in terms of financial sponsorship and funds?
Each year, the Cameroon government allocates subvention to the league. It is evaluated at about 500 million francs CFA. This sum is then allocated to the different clubs. There are 18 clubs in the first division and 18 in the second division. The 500 million is then divided by the different clubs. It is true that the 500 million is not enough to be shared among 36 clubs. It is very little. But we also have contributions from sponsors. This year, a mobile telephone company contributed 2 billion francs CFA to the league as support for the clubs.
Well, that was Atta Wanji speaking to us from Cameroon. Eding Sport's new status now means that coach Anise Mbagafo and his men will be making their debut on the CAF Champions League next season. Now, CAF's inspection team concluded its week-long tour in Kenya on Friday evening, and the country pegs its hopes of hosting the event on a report that will be presented to the CAF's executive committee on September 23rd in Ghana. A scheduled press conference that had been planned for Saturday morning was called off with growing fear that the country will not be in a position to successfully host the event, with work on rehabilitating the venues far away from completion. Let's take a look at the following report.
Kenya will have to wait a little longer to find out if it will host the 2018 African Nations Championships after the latest round of venue inspection ended last Saturday. There are growing fears that the country could lose the hosting rights with the renovation works on some of the stadiums. Kenyan football officials, however, said the final decision will now be taken at the next CAF Executive Committee meeting in Accra, Ghana on September 23rd. It is expected the report by the 7-member CAF team, which conducted a third inspection of the 4 Kenyan stadiums earmarked for the 16-team event, will form the basis of that decision.
Are we ready in venues and technically? That is the question they're going to address. They will produce a report of every facility and give an opinion whether they think we can be ready. That's their job.
When?
In the next, before Accra. Before Accra.
Morocco is said to be CAF's fallback plan in case the executive committee decides to strip off Kenya of the hosting rights, and FKF president also hinted that sponsors are not comfortable with Kenya in its current political mood.
Now, the government has given an undertaking in writing to say that the executive's election does not interfere with how government operates and to give security guarantees and everything required. If you ask me, they can't do more than that. In writing, the minister has done so. So I'm going into CAF to say this is the undertaking. It's already sent to them. And we're saying Kenya will be peaceful.
Kenya was awarded the 5th edition of the CHAN Championship, which is exclusively reserved for African players playing in domestic leagues, in 2014, but the country's slow pace of preparations in terms of stadium infrastructure have been a cause of concern to the continent's football governing body. So far, Kasarani Stadium, which hosted the IAAF World Under-18 Championships in July, is the only venue which meets the hosting requirements. The other 3 venues are Nairobi's Nyayo National Stadium, Kinoru Stadium in Meru, and the Kipchoge Keino Stadium in Eldoret.
The West African Football Union WAFU Cup has been underway in Ghana. 16 teams from West African nations have been participating in the tournament, which has been put together by broadcaster Fox Sports and the West African National Football Associations Union. Now on the line we have Felix Romack, who has been keeping abreast with the goings-on at Cape Coast Stadium. Hello Felix, thanks for joining us. Now, seeing things as they are right now, who are the strong favorites to win the competition?
It's been an impressive tournament, I must say, and kudos to Fox and kudos to the West African Football Union for organizing such a wonderful tournament. Having the whole 16 teams in West Africa playing in this tournament is very, very impressive, and I hope that it is something that would happen more often for us to nurture the talent that we have locally. If you take a team like Ghana, definitely when they go to any tournament in Africa, they will always be favored. And now that they are hosting it in Ghana, they stand a very good chance of winning it. You can talk about Nigeria. I've been impressed with the Nigerians from Nigeria. I think that they've played very, very well. But I hope that with the quality that we have, with the quality that they've played through the group stages, I think that they stand a very good chance of winning the tournament.
Now, Felix, most foreign-based players give this competition a wide berth. They miss out. Would you say that this has affected the quality of entertainment on the pitch?
I don't think so. I don't really think that the fact that we don't have foreign-based players playing has affected the quality. It's been superb. We've seen quality football from every one of the games that I have watched at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. They've shown us quality football, and I think that production on TV is also adding a bite to it. It would have been nice to have foreigners coming in, but you know that if you look at Europe, their calendar over there won't allow those players to come down. I believe that as time goes on, as we build this WAFU tournament, it could get to a point where foreign-based players will also find it attractive to come down and play for their national teams at this particular level. A lot of people think that WAFU is just for only locally based players, just like the CHAN. But for WAFU, organizers are saying that if you have a player outside and you feel that you can get him to come and play at the WAFU, the doors are open. But clearly, we haven't seen any foreign-based player playing at this tournament, but that hasn't taken away the beauty of the games that have been played so far.
That was Felix speaking to us from Ghana. Now, the Congolese top division football league wrapped up, seeing the AC Leopards of Dolisie claim the ultimate prize. The newly crowned champions claimed the title after they beat Otoyo Doyo at the Stade Denis Sassou Nguesso in Dolisie. We have compiled the following report.
Congo's AC Leopards of Dolisie managed to defend their Congo Premier League 2017 title after beating second place Otoyo Doyo 3-0 at home in Dolisie. The crown comes just a month after the side won the Congo Cup on 14th August. The Leopards took control of things in the second minute through Cesiar Ganze and a double from Junior Makiese in the 30th and 58th minutes after a dominant display. Coach Nabi says, I'm very happy to win this double because when I took the AC Leopards, they were 5th on the table. We have done all this thanks to the willingness of the players and their seriousness. If I have to say a big thank you, it goes first to the players because I'm very demanding and difficult on them. But in football, when you're serious and demanding, you're always rewarded, and today we have been rewarded. And as for the losing side, they picked up a few good lessons, according to their coach Gabriel Dengaki. He says, I think disappointed is an understatement. We knew it was going to be hard, but I had a goal to reach to be in the A square. We were not very organized. There are certain things that I have learned as a coach. I will try to work on this so that we can win the league next time. It is a 4th national title after 2012, 2013, 2016 and 2017 for the Leopards, who will once again be playing in the CAF Champions League, where they'll be looking to become the second Congolese team to win a continental trophy after Congo-Brazzaville.
Now, the CAF Champions League entered the quarters over the weekend with the first round of matches. Mozambican side Ferroviário da Beira fought back to settle for a 1-1 draw against USM Alger of Algeria in their CAF Champions League quarter-final first leg match at the Estadio do Chiveve in Beira, Mozambique. On Saturday, Tunisia's Espérance de Tunis hold the advantage ahead of the return leg after they drew 2-2 with Egyptian giants Al Ahly in Alexandria. In the Confederations Cup, Congolese giants TP Mazembe underlined their status as one of the favorites to win the competition after they defeated Sudan's Al Hilal 2-1 on Saturday. FUS Rabat claimed a narrow 1-0 advantage over Tunisian club CS Sfaxien. Well, that wraps it all for us today. We'll leave you with some shots of the weekend in pictures. Let's make another date next week, same place, same time. Remember, you can always find these and other stories in the world of sport on our website, africanews.com/sport. See you next week.